Elara, a quiet yet skilled florist, was in her element. Her fingers danced delicately through the fragrant petals, arranging them into intricate displays for the grand opening of Cassian's art gallery. His gallery, named Bloom and Brush, was a symphony of art and life, and Elara felt a kinship with the space, mirroring her own quiet artistry. Cassian, the gallery owner, exuded a captivating energy that Elara found both intriguing and slightly unsettling. His smile was disarming. His eyes held a depth she couldn't fully grasp, but something about his presence both intimidated and excited her. His voice, rich and resonant, captivated Elara as he discussed his vision for the gallery, a vision she was playing a part in bringing to life. As she created the floral masterpieces, she was drawn to the way Cassian moved through the space, his charisma as magnetic as the paintings displayed around them. "They're perfect, Elara," Cassian said, his voice carrying a hint of appreciation. "Your work is breathtaking." She blushed, his praise making her feel both proud and oddly vulnerable. The connection between them, sparked by a shared love for beauty, pulsed through the space like a delicate yet undeniable current. Cassian was a captivating enigma. He exuded a charming aura, a magnetism that was undeniable, but his smile never reached his eyes. It was like there was a secret, a past, that he kept tightly hidden. Elara found herself drawn to him, curious about the depth of his charisma, but she also felt a lingering fear that she didn't quite understand. "Do you think your art inspires you, Elara, or does it reflect you?" he asked one evening after the gallery had closed, leaving them alone in the space. His question, like his smile, felt intrusive, pulling at the boundaries she'd unconsciously erected around her own story. "I suppose both," she said, hesitant. "It's an interplay of who I am and what I see." The conversation turned to other subjects, the shared passion for beauty, an undeniable common ground. But the invisible barrier between them persisted, like a fine mist, refusing to fully disperse. He would not speak of his past, and it felt like a secret kept not just from Elara, but also from himself. Flowers were Elara's voice, a language of beauty and emotion she understood intimately. She expressed her feelings through vibrant blooms and fragrant bouquets, each a silent poem to the complexities of her heart. With Cassian, she found herself yearning to articulate her feelings, but she was afraid of how they might be received. The secret he carried, the hidden depth within him, had woven an intricate tapestry of desire and anxiety. As days passed, Elara found herself crafting subtle arrangements, bouquets filled with unspoken words. A delicate sprig of lilac, representing a yearning for love, a fragrant rosemary, symbolic of faithfulness. The colors of her floral creations, vibrant hues mixed with gentle tones, mimicked the interplay of emotions she was battling. Cassian was quick to notice the subtle changes in her designs. "There's a wistful quality to this," he commented one day, his finger tracing the outline of a vibrant sunflower. "It feels hopeful." His observation startled her, forcing her to confront the silent truth that had been blooming in her heart, unacknowledged but undeniable. She finally spoke, sharing a painful heartbreak from her past, letting the blooms reveal a vulnerability she had never shared with another soul. The silence that settled between them was thick, heavy with unspoken words and unspoken feelings. Cassian, usually a man of confident words, remained silent, his gaze filled with a sorrow that resonated with the weight of her revelation. It was a moment of vulnerability, a shared space where emotions bloomed in silence. Fate, it seemed, had other plans for their burgeoning connection. One day, as Elara entered the gallery, a woman approached her, her eyes wide with recognition, her voice trembling with both anger and sorrow. "Cassian," she whispered, a chilling tremor in her voice. You knew what you were doing." Her words crashed down upon Elara, leaving her reeling in a swirl of confusion and doubt. Cassian, ever the charming charmer, found his facade collapsing before her eyes. His disarming smile, once a source of warmth, now seemed cold and calculated. His eyes, previously full of an unseen depth, were now shrouded in a layer of guilt and fear. She knew instinctively that this encounter held a piece of his concealed past, a piece of his secret that he desperately sought to protect. He, who seemed to offer his life so freely, was in reality hiding a part of himself he was terrified to expose. The beauty of his charm felt marred by a reality too painful to confront. Cassian's silence spoke volumes. He chose to retreat into himself, avoiding Elara, creating an insurmountable distance between them. His vulnerability had been laid bare, a stark contrast to the captivating facade he crafted, leaving her heart shattered and disillusioned. The space that once felt alive with their shared passion was now cold and unwelcoming. The delicate blossoms Elara had arranged now felt fragile, withered by the winds of his hidden truth. Her flowers, which had always represented a quiet voice, now seemed to echo with the weight of unanswered questions and the bitterness of unspoken feelings. She waited, her heart yearning for answers, for him to reach out, to mend the broken pieces. The weight of her pain hung heavy in the silence of the gallery. Cassian's presence was now a source of both pain and longing. He had fallen, like a wounded bird, incapable of soaring towards her, yet her heart still yearned to cradle him, to nurse him back to life. Finally, one day, he appeared at her doorstep, his eyes raw with anguish, his voice hoarse. "Please," he whispered, his vulnerability raw and real. "Please don't run away." His plea shattered her facade. She knew, despite the deception, the pain, the hurt, that her heart remained inexplicably bound to his. Cassian revealed his pain, his hidden scars, stories of heartbreak and trauma that had sculpted his being. The man she had admired, the captivating force who drew her in, was a wounded soul, a victim of circumstances that had forced him to build a fortress around his vulnerability. His confessions, a symphony of pain and fear, sparked a wave of empathy within Elara. She understood now, with a newfound clarity, the root of his silence, his enigmatic facade, his constant struggle to reconcile the pain of the past with the longing for a future he feared to grasp. The revelation of his vulnerability shattered the illusion she had built, a vision of a man unburdened, charismatic, flawless. But within the broken pieces, a newfound respect bloomed. Her love, initially rooted in his charisma, now felt grounded in understanding and compassion. They spent hours, speaking, listening, understanding. The gallery, the haven they shared, felt more like a refuge, a space for raw vulnerability and heartfelt forgiveness. Their bond, fragile as a budding rose, felt strong with a resilience born out of honesty and shared vulnerability. Healing, like a delicate plant emerging from the earth, was slow but steady. Cassian found strength in Elara's acceptance. Her embrace of his pain, her unwavering support, felt like a gentle rain, nourishing his wounded soul. For Elara, acceptance was a flower blooming from a root of heartbreak. She found forgiveness, not a denial of her pain, but an acknowledgement that it was the catalyst for healing. She learned that even within pain, growth was possible, a blossoming that transcended the shadows of the past. The gallery became a symbol of their healing, their shared resilience. The colors of the paintings felt more vibrant, the scent of the blooms more intoxicating. Their laughter echoed through the space, no longer forced, but a melody born of a newfound truth. Love, born out of pain and fear, blossomed amidst a symphony of vulnerability, honesty, and unwavering acceptance. Love, like a fragrant vine, grew stronger with time. The gallery, once a haven for art and creativity, transformed into their home, a haven of love and laughter. Cassian embraced Elara's artistic talent, her gentle strength. He no longer saw her simply as a florist, but as an equal, a confidant, a source of inspiration. The weight of the past never vanished, but it had shifted, becoming a foundation for growth and resilience. The pain had etched lines upon their souls, yet the love that bloomed from that experience was vibrant and strong, defying the shadows that once loomed. Elara's artistry, once a subtle echo of her heart, now resonated with newfound purpose. She found confidence in her skills, drawing from her love for Cassian and his belief in her talent. Their combined energy, a synergy of art and nature, infused their lives with vibrant hues. Love, in its essence, was serendipitous. Their love story, once intertwined with a tapestry of hidden truths and lingering fears, now radiated with a serenity, a profound understanding of their intertwined destinies. As Cassian and Elara navigated the world together, their love story bloomed like a wildflower, a beautiful testament to the transformative power of forgiveness and shared vulnerability. They became partners in every sense, in life, in business, in their dreams and aspirations. The gallery, once simply a vision of Cassian's, now resonated with both of their hearts, a reflection of their shared passion for beauty, and a tangible reminder of the strength of their connection. The serendipitous bloom had not been an effortless journey. They had to face demons, mend broken pieces, and confront the whispers of doubt. Yet, amidst the pain and uncertainty, their love emerged, radiant and resilient. Cassian and Elara moved beyond the walls of the gallery, venturing into a world of dreams and aspirations, fueled by a love that had deepened and expanded. Their passions, once solitary journeys, became a collaborative tapestry, a shared dream woven with strands of hope and inspiration. Their love story was an affirmation of the transformative power of acceptance. They learned that love was not a predictable garden, neatly arranged and devoid of weeds. It was a vibrant meadow, with thorns and petals, beauty and pain, growing and evolving with each passing season. Theirs was a love that defied boundaries, bloomed from unexpected places, and whispered a powerful truth. Sometimes, the greatest love stories emerge from the most serendipitous of blooms.